Hey guys, happy Monday. I wanted to hop on here and share. I apologize, I'm in my car. I got my shades on because I've got a tired hangover today. I just got back at like dark this morning from LA, if you've seen on my post. But I really felt compelled to share here with you guys today. I actually even went live on my personal page, which I actually don't normally do, but I really just wanted to share. Part of the reason was I was down in LA, and how many of you guys have heard about the, tragedy down there with the helicopter crash. And it was the same day I was flying out. It was awful. It was absolutely awful and tragic. And, anybody that's on social media, has seen, and now we're starting to hear about the kids and the families that were also on board. And we're starting to see reminders of, be sure and hug your kids. You never know when it's your time. And that is so true. We are reminded when we hear stories like this, that we're a blip in history. And, there were some greats on that chopper and that will leave legacies, but, what legacy will you leave? And we're not here forever. And it really is a great reminder. It was tragic and there's really nothing that, any of us could have done. But let me ask you the question of, is there something that you can do? There's lots of, people in this world that need your help, and it is a life or death, and we can control it. So if you're new to this page, I'm Emily Smiley, and, I help home-based businesses, entrepreneurs, direct sellers build and take their business online and leverage the systems. And my encouragement to you today, dang it, I hope my internet's working, but it keeps going in and out. But it's I wanted to share, stop waiting for someday. I was in the airport in LA, and everybody's talking about Kobe. And also, LA, I don't know if you've heard, but everybody's wearing the face mask. I even saw blinged out face masks. If I had $1 for every face mask I saw, seriously, more than half the airport, I was I even felt like I needed one. I'm is that the new norm, to where they're blinged out, y'all? But if you've never people watched at the airport, right, it's so interesting anyway. And I got to thinking, and I'm looking at, and it was an odd hour, so everybody's tired and just walking around like the Walking Dead. And I'm thinking, how many of us do that in our life, right? We're walking around unhappy or whatever it may be. I see them on autopilot, and it's they're protecting themselves with these masks, but, are they really happy, or are they really going for it? Are we stepping into our purpose and our calling and what we're supposed to do on this earth? And when it's our time, it's our time. And how many of us are waiting on a someday, and we're I know that I should do this, but, and then you're waiting for all of these circumstances to be perfect, and they're never going to be perfect, right? They're never, we see it everywhere. People saying oh, I hate Monday. And then, Monday it's counting down till Friday. And then, the kids, and it's counting back until, they go back to school or the next vacation or, whatever it is. And it's well, what if we could learn to fall in love with our normal life? The mundane, the normal. And these are great reminders to remind us, hey, your family is a blessing, hug them. Your job is a blessing. Be thankful for that. And if it's something that you hate, you have complete control in changing that. That is a changeable, absolutely changeable thing. You just have to take the step. So I was in LA for this, business conference and workshop, and I get to, work very closely with these amazing mentors, but they are serious about start time and what time, they start. And I'm staying in this hotel, right? And the elevators are super slow. So I give myself plenty of time to get down. I think it was day 2 or something. And I waited 14 minutes on an elevator. Seriously, 14 minutes. And I see the first elevator come down, and it opens, and it's packed to the hilt. I see the second elevator come down. It is packed to the hilt. And I'm you know what? I cannot wait any longer. I have to be down there. I don't want to be called out. I don't want to miss anything. This is an amazing opportunity. I want to make every second count. I got to get there. So I told myself, I was the next elevator that comes that even looks like it has a sliver, I am going to get on that elevator. So the next one comes, and it was packed, but it wasn't, there was a couple of little spaces. Like the lady had 14 inches behind her or something, so I fit myself on, and they're all yelling at me to get off the elevator. I said, like, I am getting on this elevator. Move over. And the lady's like, the doors won't close. I'm like, you have 14 inches behind you. Move over. I had to ask her to move over. So the doors close and we start to go down, and every floor she tells me to get off. Every single floor. Now I could have let this, I started to get worked up, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, I get it. It's packed. It's uncomfortable for a few minutes. We've all been on a packed elevator. It's not fun, right? But they're all that way. And at some point I had to make the step to get on and choose. Getting down there and on time was much more important than her comfort or my comfort, right? And every single floor, this lady proceeds to tell me to get off the elevator. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I get that it's uncomfortable for this short amount of time. But at some point, wouldn't you say, I'm so sorry you had to wait like 15 minutes on an elevator. That must suck. I'm glad we fit you on, blah, blah, blah. No, she continued in my ear every single floor. It stopped all the way down. I finally just turned to her and she goes, oh, and you're getting off on this floor, where the meeting and the conference. And I was like, yes, you have a good day too, right? So it's amazing how many of us wait on the next elevator, and we wait on the next elevator, and we wait on the next elevator. So I go in the conference, and it's probably a couple hours later. I was a little worked up, I'm not gonna lie. And then I had to choose, right, to get out of that and refocus, reset my energy. It was awful energy. And I introduced myself to the guy next to me, and he goes, oh, I was on the elevator with you this morning. I go, oh my God. No wonder you didn't introduce yourself. And he goes, and I go, oh, I know. I go, what? And he goes, no, I agree with you. He goes, I was actually really encouraged that you were determined to get on. I admired your tenacity. I go, okay, well, that's one way to look at it, right? But it's so true. How many of us, see the opportunities or the elevator go by and we think, oh, well, that's full, or, oh, they can't fit me, or, oh, they don't want me on there, right? I got on the one. I was determined. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to show up on time. And then I get on, and you would think that would be it. No, the people in there with me did not like me. They did not want me on, and proceeded to pretty much bully me every single floor all the way down. And I had to make the choice that even with people not supporting me, I was still determined to get where I was going to go, right? On time. And I was going to show up on time. So what do you have that you're waiting for someday, and you're waiting for the empty elevator to come, and it is not going to come, and it is not going to show up? And you may have people telling you to get off every single floor of your journey to get where you're going. And you just have to decide that you are going to show up, and you're going to get there, and you have to be determined to do it on time. And to not let those people or that negativity affect you, because I had to regroup. It took me a few minutes to be like, okay, that was awkward. That was awful. These people hate me, right? And then I'm like, how many of them are in the same room? I don't care, right? We're not guaranteed someday, you guys. We have to make it happen today. So I encourage you to take one actionable step toward whatever it is that you have shifted to the back burner that you can absolutely take control over. We can't control tragedies. We can't control when it's our time to go. We can control the decisions that we make today, because our time here is short. And you have a purpose and a meaning for being here. And it is your responsibility to decide what to do about that, to rise up, to step on the elevator, to stop letting them go by and make the change. Whether it's getting in shape, starting your own business, leveling up in your business, school, maybe you need a job change. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you love it, so you work too much and you need to spend more time with your family. Maybe you need a job and you need to work more. Maybe you say yes to everything and you need to stop, and learn to say no. It doesn't matter what it is. You just need to decide to change it. And when you do, you need to tell someone, anyone, so that you can be accountable and they can support you in that, right? Whether or not, like I told those people, I'm like, I am coming on that elevator. You better make room for me. Were they supportive? Oh, hell no, they weren't supportive at all. They were super rude, mean. That was beyond rude. That was straight up mean the whole way down. But I did it anyway. So, sometimes we take that step and we think, oh, it's just going to be, a little uncomfortable and smooth sailing to get where you're going. And you feel like, oh, every single floor, every single obstacle is just a pain. But you have to be determined to get there anyway. So just take the one actionable step. It's time to stop playing so dang small. Everyone, right, on their devices, like they don't even see people anymore. Stop being small. It's not serving anyone. So reach out, tell someone your actionable step, and whatever it is or related to, just do it. So I wanted to say, I'm going to tell you mine. Mine is giving back. So I really want my kids to learn to give, not because of what they're going to get, but because I want them to just learn to give. So when I was out of town, my kids fed a neighbor's all their animals, right? And so my neighbor, who's a friend, she's like, well, I really want to pay them. And my husband goes, yeah, our son said no. And she's still, and I was like, please don't pay him. Why? I want him to learn to give back. Not because of what he's going to get, not because he's going to get paid, but because it's the right thing to do. I want him to learn community and to be a good neighbor and to be a good friend and to just give without expecting, right? So my actionable item, I didn't want to just share with you without sharing mine, is I really want to step it up and get committed to really leveling up in how we choose to show up and give back as a family. So I don't know the details of that, so stay tuned. But I did want to put it out there for you guys as my accountability, because we got to stop saying and waiting for someday, right? When my kids were little, it was, well, I don't really know anything that we can plug into because they're so little. I don't know what they can do, right? And then my son actually was like, Mommy, can we hand out food? And he was like 3 or 4, and he just had that in his heart, right? So what is in your heart that you know that you should be doing? It doesn't matter what it is in life. It could be in your business. It could be in your personal life. It could be in an estranged relationship with someone. It doesn't matter. But what is one actionable step that you could choose today? Because we're not guaranteed tomorrow, y'all. So I hope to leave that with you guys. I love you all. Happy Monday. I will see you tomorrow at 2:00 for Hot Topic Tuesday. I'm super excited to share. I had an amazing weekend in LA. And I really can't wait to share some of the information I think will really help you in your business to crush it tomorrow. And I will see you then. All right. Bye, guys.